Goldeneye. I was streaming this earlier, but something came up, so I had to take a little bit of a break, and we'll get right back to it. Yeah, I was seriously thinking that I was gonna like do my video editing while I was streaming, and that just wasn't gonna happen. That just wasn't gonna happen. Uh, all right. Subs are up. Yep. They've been up since I last streamed a couple hours ago, so that's good. All right, well, I really want to beat like Goldeneye this week. I really want to beat it, and I've just been really struggling. Okay. Okay, the douche. How do you do that? Like, it's not even surgical precision, so you can't even like peek your head out without getting hit. What? Oh shit! I didn't even know there was another one up there. Well, we got one turret down. Epic stream. Thank you. I mean, I just started streaming, but you're welcome. Ah. I completely forgot. Yeah, we need what the hell am I? Where's my content? There it is. New games on. Yeah, it's pretty bad from what I'm told. Let's see. Five. All right. Let's get going. Let's get going. How is it locking on that quickly? I don't get it. How do the pros do it? Like, I don't. Do I have to walk up to it? Like, it just. Turrets in this game are way too overpowered. Like, I just don't understand how you're supposed to deal with them. Yeah, I went ahead and played this level on Agent, and the turrets are nowhere to be found on that difficulty level. It's crazy how difficult, like, how different the levels are depending on the difficulty. This game does not mess around. All right. I guess you just get it before it gets you. The stream chat for Retro Fusion, yeah. Yeah, he's gotten full mask off. He keeps, like, sending me all these weird, like, tweets. Like, he tried telling me Star Fox Zero wasn't good. It's like, come on, man. Come on, man. Who are you trying to fool? But yeah, I try not to pay attention to him or talk about him at all, really. It's a shame, but like, I mean, at one point, most of my audience was snakes, and that's thankfully not true anymore. But and it hasn't been for a long time. But like, a lot of these people felt they were the overwhelming majority. They like again, they didn't understand what they were doing. They were pretending to be fans to try to get me to trust them, and they were in my chat talking to me, you know, helping my metrics, and it led to me getting actual genuine fans. So they played right into my hands, all according to my Kikaku. So they completely fucked it up. Completely fucked it up. Like I said, I was on to them from the onset, but it's just you can't really do anything about it until they show their hand, right? And that's what they've been doing the past couple of weeks. And like, you know, they keep doing this thing where they're like, "Oh, I was a fan of Harman Smith for years," and it's just like, okay. People act crazy when they get caught saying they're still your fans. Yeah, yeah, I think they still try and say that. Yeah. But yeah, I can't keep up with it, unfortunately. Going forward, I think the main thing I'm gonna do differently is like, I don't know. I don't want to like talk to people like off stream again. I wasn't, but like a lot of these people thought they could like message me privately and get me to like talk about things, and that just wasn't gonna happen. Okay. So you just have to have like less shit aim, I guess. Yeah, they completely fucked up. Like I've had a pretty solid exponential growth um, over the past like year because I think I was at like what 1,500 this time last year. So I've doubled my sub count, and I think I'll be doubling it again like every year going forward. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like my channel is gonna have this like explosion of relevancy at some point. Because like my personality is there. I'm like, you know, kind of an icon of the community. The problem is that like I'm just not capable of like producing YouTube content because I had no intention of producing YouTube content. So I had to like learn as I go, and it's like it's taken a lot longer than a lot of other people because my channel's been around for a decade, and like I was um I was very determined to like not monetize it, and it just didn't work out for me. Yeah, Retrofusion really wants to believe that like Star Fox and Switch is going to be good because I remember that's when he like kind of started questioning me. Was when I like came out and said that like, yeah, this is going to be shit. I've been a fan of Harman for a decade. Yeah, he claimed that, but I'm just like, I haven't really been making videos for a decade. Like I started around I was, but like I wasn't like nobody was watching them. Like I refuse to believe that. Like the instant he said that, I'm just like, yeah, this guy's a larper. What's he talking about? Like he said that to me, and I was like, I don't even think he's been watching me for 5. Like I was just like I was just really confused by it. It was such a weird thing to say. Uh, because like I remember people from like 10, 20 years ago. Like I still talk about people I knew on like forums and stuff like that. So like I'm pretty good at remembering people. So like the fact that he just like came out of nowhere and was just like, I've been here longer than anybody else. Like no, you haven't. It's just like, what are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Like again, it didn't start with the YouTube channel, and that's something that like anybody who's known me for any like a time would like know. But like you just again, it was just frustrating. And it's not like I was really making like uh all that like good content 10 years ago, because what was it 10 years ago? It was about like how the Wii U was the best and how like the Switch would succeed and stuff like that. I don't know. It's not like what it is today. The Keto Casino clips, yeah, they're doing really well. Yeah, I hope they're not too long because they don't want you uploading full streams. Someone came on and told me that, but like I don't know. We'll see. I've been. Hmm. Yeah, I'll definitely like keep what they if they have an issue with what I'm doing, they can let me know. I haven't heard anything, and I don't think I'm doing anything any different than like Alyssa or those guys. But I also have like a bigger platform than them. I don't know. I don't know if any of the other clip channels have like their own distinct identity. I don't know. It's just one of those unfortunate realities where like I need to like just succeed as quickly as possible, and I'll do anything it takes to accomplish that goal. I'd prefer not to do it because it does feel kind of cheesy, but I mean, it's not like I'm not making my own content, but it's like snakeless. Craig the Snake. Well, Craig the Snake never snaked me. Yeah, I've never been snaked by Craig. It's like, I mean, like he 100% would try to snake me if like I was ever involved with side scrollers, but it's like because like I'm 100% the kind of person he would try to snake, but it's like I wouldn't let myself be in that position. It's one of the reasons I never actually try to get on side scrollers. It's like, yeah, I don't trust Craig. I don't want to be around him or his goofy like fucking entourage of like that guy with the glasses rejects. It just Craig the Snake is desperate. Yeah, I'm curious what his actual situation is because like, is he just bored? Because like, I don't understand how he sold Screw Attack. I don't know. I just I guess he just wants to run a podcast just to run a podcast. Like, there's no reason not to, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know what his mentality is when it comes to this stuff. Like, he's just grifting pretty hardcore. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't trust Craig. His panel of VTubers, yeah, and that would be so easy if I really wanted to sell out. Like, all I would have had to do was just like get a voice changer, get a sexy vampire um girl model made, and like boom, I'm suddenly like successful. That's all I would have had to do. But yeah, I'm just not. I'm not interested in doing that. I'm not Pippa. And honestly, I wouldn't want that kind of audience anyway. It just feels like even if I was a girl, like I don't see myself hoeing myself out. I don't know. I'm like I was thinking about that like 10 years ago, where like if I was a girl, I probably would whore myself out, but now I don't think I would. I don't know. That is something to that is something interesting to think about. Like if I would have been like an ethos, if I was just like if everything was exactly the same, but I was just a girl. Like I don't get it. A Melanie Mac, yeah. I don't know. I wonder if I would be as hardcore conservative if I was a girl. I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of I just feel like all my problems just would never have happened if I was a girl. Here we go. Because I would have had like more support from people, and people would have taken me seriously when I started talking about like issues. Pippa, yeah, Pippa's thing, like, he's liberal but pretends to be conservative for a grip. That's like something that like I would never ever do. You know what I mean? Because I've never hidden my views from anybody, right? So like the way Pippa does it is just disgusting. Background NPC. Ooh, don't even say her name. Oh man. Background NPC. Yeah. When has she last done her like? What does she even do now? Because like she did that like peak Nintendo Griff video, and then like the follow up to try and like get some more heat. But like I've never seen her since. Just like I don't know, man. Yeah, Soy Girl pissed me off. I don't know. Maybe I would have turned out like Soy Girl. I don't know. Get hate for being conservative, liking Nintendo, hating on PC, PlayStation. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it is wild. Yeah, I don't know why I'm like so hated in the community. It really doesn't make any sense if you think about it. Because like traditionally, I didn't really do much other than video games. I didn't start talking politics until like 2020 or so. Like before then, I kept it like very strictly video games, and now it's like I've gone back to being strictly about video games, or I guess about my brand in general. Yeah, how do you do this? I don't understand how you do this without fucking it up. I can't even get past this room. This is embarrassingly cringe. Pivot worships Asmongold. Yeah, yeah. Please start messing with the VTuber. I mean, like, okay, so I hate VTubers with a passion. Okay, I was calling them out like way before it was mainstream because I hated the parasocial nature of it. I hated how most of them were men. I hated like the attempts at like trying to normalize it. It's fallen off a lot since its heyday because people know now about like the fakeness of it all, and it's like now that it's more mainstream, like people have an idea of how like stupid it is, and like it's just a waste of everyone's time. Um, there's just not really much to talk about when it comes to like VTubers because like you would have to watch the VTuber, you would have to follow the VTuber, you would have to like talk shit about the YouTuber. It's like to me, I feel like the VTuber grift. They were behind like the Power World thing, right? Because like a lot of them were the ones coming out and trying to normalize this idea that like yes, Power World, it's what Pokemon should be, and it was all really fake and transparent, and like it was really interesting how like all these huge VTubers could not make Power World relevant. And I really think that just speaks volumes about like their relevancy. Like they're only there for people to like simp over. That's it. Very carefully. I tried that, but they like whirl on you immediately. Yeah, let's see if we can try to figure it out. The douche. Okay. Okay, okay. You can get it like that. Okay. These turrets are too hard. Like, okay. Yeah, once you figure out the trick to shit like this, the game gets a bit easier, but it's like, it is obnoxious. Yeah, I can't even get it from this distance. Crabcat bet the need of me. Yeah, I have a lot of fans now. Like Crabcat watches the content. Yeah. I don't know. I saw that retard Vez on Twitter. Like somebody like liked my my Twitter post about like what was it, like Grand Theft Auto 6 or something. I don't know. It was something like that, and someone was like, "Oh, this is a really good point," and like fucking Vez is just like, "No, don't you know that's fucking Harman Smith, and you can't support Harman Smith." Like, and it's just like, bro, do you think most people give a shit about like my personal controversies? Well, they're not even really controversies. People try to make them controversies, but it's just like they don't really go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, I remember like, Ingrid comes out, she's revealed, and I'm just like, oh, she's hot. And then instantly people did this thing like, oh man, Harman, oh, she looks kind of young, doesn't she? Like, what are you talking about? Do you not know anything about Ingrid? Like, come on. She's old. Okay. It was really weird. And I wasn't even like alone on that, because like I thought like for a minute there that like, oh yeah, this is just my fetish, but no. Everybody else was kind of on board with it too. Which I don't like. I don't like it when other people like the same girls as me. I'm not a simp, right? So I wouldn't. Yeah, the Pragmata thing, very eye-opening, because like that that was an obviously fake like concocted story to try and like drum up like hype for the game. It was like one of those viral things. And like I saw through it immediately, but people like they thought. Oh, thanks for the follow, by the way. People thought I was being like way too harsh, or that like I was bullying a little girl or something, when that's not really true. Like it's just, I don't know. A lot of these, like, I'm becoming so familiar with the video game industry that like I'm starting to see through like their weird like psyops before they happen. So like with the Pragmata thing, they went with the father angle when it was actually like Lolicon, right? And it was very obviously Lolicon. And like with Bond, they tried saying it wasn't woke by like focusing on like random like sexy female characters when like they aren't the main female characters. And I think that's like the important thing to know about like First Light, is how like they have female M, and like they have like ugly African Moneypenny, and it's like, yeah, this is the woke aspect. It's like the diversity and like the girl bossing, and like having sexy women doesn't mean it's not woke. Is something that like, and I guess that's what they tried to do, was like try to gaslight people. But yeah, a lot of people are seeing through that these days. Like people saw Indian M and just instantly tuned out. Like honestly, like people need to start being more critical of like female M in general, because people do this thing where like, oh, she was around in Goldeneye, like, yeah, and she didn't do anything in Goldeneye. So like, she's like a contrived character that was forced into the plot, that was forced into it, and had like several films to like kind of like establish herself, just so they could go with this angle that like, well, M's always been a woman. No, he hasn't. It's a meme. It's like with the Nick Fury thing, where like, they race swapped him into a black guy, and they try to pretend he's always been that way. Like it's the same deal, where they just do it, and then they just pretend it's always been that way, or that like it's been like normalized or something. Like female N fucking sucks. Like Judy, people do not shit on like Judi Dench enough. She's like awful in the role. Yeah, people get hung up on this because it's like, well, she does the most out of any of them. And I'm just like, yeah, that's the point. M shouldn't be doing shit. Like, he's running MI6. He's not getting kidnapped or like, going to see, like, it's just dumb. Like, or having these like emotional moments with Bond. It doesn't fucking happen. It's not the point of the character. Slap of the month. Yeah. Slap of the month. That's already been forgotten, mind you. Yeah. Sean Connery, M was better. I mean, yeah. Well, I think M was recast several times. So, like, what people don't tell you about M, or about like old Bond movies in general, is that like a lot of the cast was like recast throughout these movies, right? So you have like You have different Blofelds, you have different M's. Like even they don't switch them out like when the Bond actor is recast. So like Bond isn't the only character getting recast in these movies, is what I'm saying. Like there are definitely some exceptions. Like Moneypenny was around forever, Q was around forever, but like for the most part, like a lot of these actors are like very replaceable. I don't even think most people would realize like M was played by different actors unless you're like paying attention, because he usually only has those like sequences at the beginning where he like explains the plot. I cannot figure this out. I mean, I disagree. I think the game has aged quite a bit better than like slop like Doom or like Quake or like it's great. I love it to bits. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because like people do this thing where they're just like, Bond wasn't lectured for being a man in Goldeneye. Like, yeah, yes he was. You know, yes he was in Casino Royale. Like we've seen this happen. Yeah. Like again, people have this idea that like the woke shit is like relatively recent. Like the last two like Daniel Craig Bonds, but it's been around since at least Goldeneye. And Goldeneye, I think, is just where it was most apparent. Even like the Roger Moore era, they were trying to shove in like Africans as Bond girls and shit like that. Never say never again. Did they? Yeah. So the entire point of like M in Goldeneye is to like establish this idea, like, oh man, like M is a woman now. Ooh, you even have like the bad guy like commenting on it, like he thinks it's ridiculous because he's the bad guy and he's wrong. Like it's kind of crazy how like propaganda-ish that movie actually is. I mean, it doesn't ruin the film or anything, but it's like it's definitely something you notice if you're like aware of like what the producers are trying to do. And it's something I would like actually suggest like removing with AI. It doesn't add anything with the plot, and like I would prefer it just be like removed entirely. That's actually something I'm like advocating for, is that like, yeah, let's get rid of this kind of shit with AI. Let's like race swap Black Snape back to Alan Rickman. Let's like remove Judi Dench entirely. Like we can do it. We have the technology. We can do it. I'd say the worst part in Goldeneye is like Moneypenny, because like this is something people don't realize, but like Moneypenny is like nothing like she usually is in Goldeneye. And like I think a lot of people don't realize that's supposed to be her in like the elevator, and she immediately just brushes him off. It's like, yeah, it's not Moneypenny at all. She just themes. Yeah. Again, these are I don't know. Silent Hill F was that was a feminist propaganda piece, probably the most woke piece of Japanese media I can think of. Like, oh man, there's nothing scarier for a girl than getting married. And like the new one featuring Drexel is going to be all about how like hard it is to be black. It's just like, man, Silent Hill has like become a parody of itself. The leftist propaganda technique of having any valid conservative point. Yeah, they do that like all the time. Yeah. But I don't know. It's just leading to people to like siding with the villains more. Like, I don't know. It's become kind of a meme about like how people like villains and things way more, but it's entirely because of shit like this, because they keep trying to demonize like perfectly reasonable positions. I'm very curious about how they're gonna like try and fuck with Harry Potter. Like Black Snape is bad, but like I don't know. I'm curious if they'll like race swap Ginny to be black, and like that would be ridiculous, but I wouldn't put it back. I mean, like Black Snape is ridiculous. Silent Hill N. It's not literally what it's called. What is it called? Yeah, what is the new Silent Hill called? Like, I never even played F, so like, I have no idea what it's called. Yeah, what is like? Have we really been doing this for half an hour? What the fuck is this? This is the cringiest shit imaginable. I get this is like this level is notoriously difficult, but like I don't understand why I'm like I can't beat it. Yeah, I wondered about that. Yeah, like I thought that was a weird thing for him to say. I'm not optimistic about like the voice direction and the line work because everything I've seen seems like a massive downgrade. I would have just kept all the lines from 64 and then like just added new ones, but yeah, it's like they say the exact same things just in like a different way, and like it's not nearly as compelling. Like you go to the city and Falco is just like looks like they trashed the place, but like it has like no emotion behind it. They completely fucked it up. Like Nintendo, like they have not had good voice actors in like a decade. Like Kid Icarus Uprising and Fire Emblem Awakening were like amazing. I legit thought we were gonna get like a golden age of great like Nintendo voice direction after that, but like it's been a train wreck, and I don't know what they're doing. If they're like hiring retards or like if it's just like the problems in the industry, but like yeah, all their voice acting sounds awful. And they get like I don't know, because like playing Tails, like Tails feels like it has good direction. It's able to get across like emotion. It's able to like actually be good. Like Velvet like has a better performance than like any Nintendo character I can think of. Like it's just like I can't think of anybody who's like who delivers her lines as well as Velvet does. And it's like I just don't know who they're getting for this. Like they just don't know what they're doing. Yeah, I'm very concerned about what they're going to do with Star Fox because I feel like they're gonna. Oh, thanks for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I very much appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know, man. You look at Awakening and it was like the most base thing ever, right? Where it's a game about like starting families and like you know uh and just like saving the world, right? It was like the most base thing ever, right? Awakening is like probably one of the best games ever made. And like it's just like you look back at what they've done with like everything else since, and it's all like a massive step down. Like they've never even come close to like outdoing Awakening because like Fates fucked it up, Three Houses fucked it up, like Engage was like okay. I mean, Engage's problem was just like I don't know. Engage's problem isn't really gameplay wise. It was way better than Awakening, but like I don't know, man. With something like Fire Emblem, I would have wanted them to double down on like the traditional values and like just be this super hardcore conservative thing, and it just isn't now. Because like I mean, this is coming from Edelgard, like Edelgard's biggest like fanboy, but like yeah, Edelgard is a retard. You know what I mean? Like, and like it just feels like the game doesn't want to like acknowledge that. And it's funny to kind of point out how incompetent she is and how none of her ideas would work. But it's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of the game wants you to think that like she's a lot, more competent than she actually is. Yeah, like the gayness ruins it. Yeah, I was so disappointed when they added in gayness to Fates. It was like the beginning of the end. And like they're not quite at the point where they're like throwing in gay options for everyone, like it's Baldur's Gate 3, but it's like it's probably gonna go in that direction if it keeps going. Like I don't know, even after Heroes, I was just kind of disgusted. Oh, I'm sorry, Shadows, I was kind of disgusted with it. I don't know. I mean, the more they shove gay shit into people's faces, it's just gonna collapse, honestly. Like gayness is just it really does feel like it's not going to survive the next decade, honestly. Like it's already had a massive decline, but like I mean, just look at like Pride Month, right? Like companies know now if they like try and like glaze it, they're gonna get fucked. Like, yeah, I can't figure this out. What am I doing? Yeah, should I look up a video? That's what I had to do for Jungle, was like look up a video and see how like normal people play it, because I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing? Man, I can't beat this game. It's so hard, bro. It's so hard. Okay. Yeah, this is why I've never beaten Goldeneye on the higher difficulties, because like I just keep getting filtered on. Once you figure it out, you can like replicate it, but it's like a lot of it's like kind of counterintuitive. Secret agent, control. And he's creeping along the corner. Oh, that is a load of crap. Like, okay, so I was trying to like tilt over the corner, but like he's like angling himself in a way. Like, oh man, that is fucking bullshit. All right, the fad. Yeah, I mean, like, I think it'll end the instant that like men start like considering bisexual women like red flags. I think that's like the final boss of like the gay agenda. Because like, if you know anything about how gayness was, how they tried to normalize it, it was like by fetishizing like lesbians. So yeah, women have been pretending to be bi for like, I don't know, the past like 10 years or so. It's kind of a mainstream thing. But like, um, the instant that stops, and I think we're pretty close to that, it's going to end pretty hard, pretty quickly. Like, you can't even pop your head out without getting shot. It's way too quick. Uh, yeah, I can't do it. I'm getting filtered in a hard. It's too hard. It's just too hard, bro. I'm glad I finally beat Jungle, but like that legit took me like a decade to do. I think because I'm pretty sure that was the stage I got filtered on like back at back when I first played the game. Yeah, I can't believe that game is that hard. It's just I don't know. It it really forces you to play a lot more slowly and deliberate than like most shooters, and that's not really how I play them really. Hmm? Yeah, I mean, people are getting fed up about a lot of things. I think mostly people are getting fed up about race, which I think is honestly more important. But like, yeah, the game. Oh, thanks for the sub. Thank you for the sub.
Versus Kensuke Kimachi. Ready? Go.
Yeah, I think people are getting fed up with the race thing primarily, but I think secondly, and the gay thing is going to come. Well, the thing is, like, if the gay thing isn't normalized, it is going to die out, honestly. And that's the problem that they have, is that like people are seeing what like gayness leads to, and no amount of coping about how it's like totally normal is really, it's not really working out for anybody, honestly. That's very obvious if you spend any amount of time around gays at all about how like miserable they are. Um, it really is like a life destroying thing. Yeah, I actually really wanted. Oh man, I should have voted. I was just like, what? Yeah, I put a bunch of Nintendo games like on that like Nintendo games I wanted to see come back list, but I keep coming up with new ones that I would like to see, like Eternal Darkness. Like we need Eternal Darkness to come back. That's actually what I would want to work on if I was working at Nintendo. But insane
Rob
genres, yeah,
Haywood versus Ricky
they still
Wickerboy.
exist apparently.
Ready?
There was supposed to be a Ubisoft
Go.
snowboarding game on Switch One back in the day that was quietly canceled. I think because Ubisoft's incompetent, um, but yeah, gaming has gotten worse over the years. I think it's recovering, but like yeah, it's gonna be a while. And honestly, it's gonna be Nintendo that ushers in like the new age. I mean, I'm definitely wanting to like one of the things I want to do when like I become super successful is like start producing video games. So like once I become a millionaire, I'll probably start like funding like smaller games like this and sell them on the eShop, and hopefully we'll be able to expand to AAA productions before I die. But I don't know. It really doesn't feel like it's going to happen at this stage, honestly. I really feel like I need to focus on what I'm good at, and that really is just like writing books. Thank you all for the support of the books, by the way. I believe last month was the best month of the year so far. So we'll have to. I'll have to check, but yeah, you guys have been great when it comes to the books, and yeah, I haven't been working that much on the Cattle Have Fangs. I really need to get back to it. Today I was like, I don't know. Lately I've just been focusing on like video editing, and like I had a huge spike in like viewership, and I wanted to capitalize on that and like make sure people stuck around. So I honestly feel like it's more important for me right now to focus on video editing. So like I don't know when I'll get like any books done. I was actually thinking like yesterday that like I'm so burned out on the Cattle Have Fangs that I think I would rather finish the Dream Warrior, edit that first, finish it, like release it,
Rob
and then go back to the Cattle Have
versus
Fangs, because like I'm just
Hayami.
like the reason I'm so like
Ready?
I'm just burned out on it, and like I just keep telling people that I hate it and that it's not very good, and I'm just like, no, but it will be good someday. But like I keep getting in this mindset that I need to get it out now because I haven't put out anything since 2025, and actually no, 2024 actually, yeah, 2024, and it's like I don't know though. It's like if I'm so concerned about the quality, I really need to take my time with it. I really need to get past this like idea that I need to rush things, because that's been something I've been struggling with this project, and I think it's caused me a lot of problems in the long run because I've made so many like plot changes and character turns that weren't planned. Like a lot of the things that like were initially planned just did not happen, and I think in the final draft they're just not going to be present at all, and it's unfortunate, but like it's just the reality of it where like these plot lines just were not working, and it really sucks because some of it I still consider canon, but it's just I don't know. It's just frustrating. I mean, that's actually one of the reasons I'm looking forward to the Dream Warrior is that like I am anxious to start having smaller casts again because I think American Evil and the Cattle Have Fangs both suffered from having like casts that were way too big when they should have been like focused entirely on like the protagonists.
Rob Haywood versus
Yeah, this is hard. So we can breeze through hard mode.
Ready?
So like it's only hard it's only the hardest difficulty that I struggle with. So I can do normal and easy, but like hard I just get filtered on. Yeah, I really need to get in the habit of just beating this game every time I play it because like it's really frustrating to me that like I pop this in and I always consistently like can't beat hard. That's actually why I started playing on the lower settings, is to make sure I still got it, and I do. It's just the game does not mess around, and I never got tired of these courses. It's just there's two extra ones like on the higher difficulties, on the highest difficulty, but like these are the four I played the most growing up. I don't remember the last one at all. But yeah, the mountain one was pretty sick whenever I did play it. It's like this is a game I'd like to see them do more with, but it's one of those cases where it just does not feel like it's in the cards. I don't know if anybody at Nintendo like remembers or cares about this at all. Like that's a real like thing now. Like I've noticed is that like a lot of these people don't remember the games they've worked on. Like Sakamoto came out and said he had never thought about Famicom Detective Club at all until like Mages brought that remake to him. So like that's crazy that like that IP was in stasis for 35 years until this random company just asked if they could remake it, and they made it like a new game out of it. So yeah, I screwed up.
Nice try.
Yeah, the state of play is tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Rob Haywood
We're
versus
gonna be streaming,
Dion
I think,
Blaster.
all of tomorrow.
Ready? Go.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going anywhere tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna stay home, stream, probably get some videos out. I don't know, man. I have a pretty dedicated audience now, but it's like I feel like streaming too much is a problem. I mean, I'm typically playing games, but like I mean, I'm doing so much throughout the day. It honestly feels like gaming this much is a waste. I was like when I was watching Keto Casino today, I was just reading like Elric, and I was just kind of like and like Tolkien letters, and I'm just like and I built a Lego set, and I'm just like, this is the kind of thing I would never actually find the time to do. So it was really nice. Yeah, I kind of want to make something pulpy like Elric or Conan. Um, I don't know. Every time I go, typically when I read Elric, like I come away from it like thinking pretty badly of it, but this time I got kind of into it, so I don't know. Shit, what the fuck? Yeah, this is giving me flashbacks. Like, man, I've always
Nice
struggled
try.
that last stretch.
Rob Haywood versus Dion Blaster.
That Wolverine game,
Ready?
they're gonna fuck the Wolverine game
Go.
hard. I don't know why anybody's excited for that. Like, just look at what they did with Spider-Man PS2. Like, it's gonna be the same fucking thing. Like, I don't know what they could fuck with Wolverine lore, because like, does anyone give a shit about Wolverine? Like, who even are his like side characters? I've never understood why the character is like the most popular X-Men. Because I'm just like, bro, I like Nightcrawler, I like Storm, I like Kitty Pride, I like Beast. Like, I never understood like the appeal of Wolverine specifically. I don't know. Maybe I'm kind of thinking back on it. I feel like I don't remember that much about X Men because I was really into it as a kid, but like I didn't stick with it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to start really with getting into it. Yeah, I think I lean more on into DC honestly. Like I don't like the whole angle of like how every like Marvel character is like they have to do the Spider-Man thing where like, oh, it's kind of tragic. Oh, Like, I don't know. I like the more like godlike view of it.
Nice
Damn.
try.
Gee.
I mean, whatever. I remember when I played Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, I'm like looking at most of these characters, and I didn't give a fuck about most of them. Uh, yeah, I think I like Daredevil and like maybe Elsa Bloodstone, but that's it.
Match race.
I remember when people were hyping up like
Let's go.
X-Men Origins, and then like it comes out and it's like 2 hours long. It's like I remember that happening, and that was like a big reason why I stopped taking like
Versus Ricky
Marvel and
Winterberg.
X-Men seriously. Is that like it just feels like people just circle jerk about like, well, the characters were good back in the '90s, and it's like, yeah. I still have not actually seen the live action movies, so I think I'm gonna get Disney Plus like soon. I think it's gonna be my next subscription service, so I think I'm gonna like just sit and watch like a bunch of this shit. I don't know, I keep saying that, but like I tend to not watch anything. So yeah, it's like $200 for like a year's sub, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know, it's not bad. I was looking at it today, and I'm just like, oh. I know, yeah. The N64 was just phenomenal. It's such an underrated console. Like so many people, like I saw some retard today, like trying like you know people are always saying the PlayStation beat them, and it's just like no, they clearly didn't. Like not visually, not when it came to like the actual games. Like basically the idea that like PlayStation like beat N64 basically hinges on this idea that like normies bought PlayStation 1 because it was cheaper. Like that's it.
Rob Haywood versus Dion Blaster. Ready? Go.
Yeah, we do everything in Ocarina of Time? No, I don't think we got the golden scale. Yeah, we rage quit. I don't know. I don't think I give a fuck with. Is there anything left to do in Ocarina of Time? It's so weird how that game just ends, doesn't it? Like that game is like so like such an all-time classic, and it's not like Breath of the Wild. You can like pop in Breath of the Wild today and spend like hours just fucking around on it. But with like Ocarina, it's like there's a point where there's just nothing left to do. It's like the worst feeling in the world. Like I have never like felt that way about any other game. Like even with like A Link to the Past, you're just like, oh, I'll just start a new file and start all over again, and I get to experience Peak. But like in Ocarina, it's like it's depressing whenever you beat everything in it. It's like it's like the game is just kind of stuck in that state like just before you beat Ganon. It just blows my it just really frustrates me. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how like these games don't really have post games. They just like continue as if you haven't beaten Ganon yet, and it's just like, come on, bro, let me see the world at peace. Like, let me marry Malin or something. Like, come on. How the hell did he do that? Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Rob Haywood versus.
Yeah, I beat Ocarina last night or was it the night before? Yeah, so I beat it like, a couple of days ago, and it was like it was an amazing experience. It holds up so well. It's like I can like nitpick some things about it, but it's like, I wasn't too fond of the Shadow Temple, but like overall it's like it really is like the all-time GOAT. Like I don't think a game is ever going to like surpass it. Like it's interesting because like games like Breath of the Wild are technically more sophisticated, but like they're also not really beatable, and they don't have like as good pacing. Like it takes you like what, like 2 hours to get out of the tutorial area in Breath of the Wild sometimes. Like I feel like Ocarina just has this excellent pacing that's just that like modern games can't really match, honestly. Same with like A Link to the Past. I think both those games are going to be like considered like some of the all-time greatest video games ever made. And they still are, but it's like, yeah. I'm actually gonna get the Switch 2 version. Yeah. I'm gonna get the Switch 2 version, Dragon Quest 11, and play through it. I hate how you can't transfer your data over. I don't understand why they're being such cheapskates about this. But yeah, I 11 when I got ported over. I was seriously thinking about playing it on Xbox or PC, but yeah, I'll take the Switch 2 version. Um, yeah. What is with like? How do they swerve out of nowhere? I'm just. Yeah, at least Wind Waker gives you like New Game Plus, so you get like some cool like bonuses. I wish they did that more often. Like Wind Waker is the last time I felt like Zelda really tried to like reward you for beating the game. Like you got all these fun tidbits, like you could read like Ancient Hylian and it just blew your mind. Like what people were saying about you. It's just Resident Evil. I've never played it. I think we're gonna play Majora's Mask tonight. I got started on it after beating Ocarina, and I really couldn't put it down. I had to force myself to stop. I think I only stopped because I had to be somewhere that day or something. But yeah, I was hooked on Ocarina. I was really surprised with how good it was. Yeah, because I tend to shit on like Majora's a lot because of how convoluted it was. I was kind of down on it. Because I have a lot of bad memories like first getting into Majora's. It took me a long time to beat, but like it's a great experience once you get the hang of it. You know what? Like, why don't we like? I think people have been having that experience with like Mysterious Book too. Like these days, it feels like people don't really change their mind on games. Like I've never seen Scott the Woz come out and say that like, oh yeah, I went ahead and learned how to play Star Fox Zero. It just doesn't happen. I'm just embarrassing myself. What the hell was that? I beat it the first time. Ah, damn it. We have to do Rusty Bucket Bay. Bullshit. What is this bullshit? Like, Rusty Bucket Bay? Like, who is responsible for this? Like, every time I play this stage, I get, like, angrier and angrier. It's just like, I have legit put off finishing this game for years because I have to do Rusty Bucket Bay. That's, like, the only reason. Like, everything else in this game is perfect. And then you get to Rusty Bucket Bay, and it just completely ruins everything. It's like, it's so not fun. And it's really only because of that one room. Well, actually, it's not even. It's because of the way the notes were. But man, I just adore this game. I positively adore it, and like it just feels as if man, I feel like Ocarina is gonna stay on the test of time. I feel like this game is like the early N64 game that like doesn't really. It does feel weirdly dated, and it felt weirdly dated even like in the 2000s. But like I don't. I mean, I've seen a lot of people try and say that like it doesn't hold up, but like compared to like all the other 3D platformers around that time, oh, like it's so much better than Crash and Spyro. I've seen people like try and like glaze Crash and Spyro to try and like downplay this game, and I'm just like, yeah, that's never gonna work. Yeah, it's weird how Crash had like a relevant revival and like is dead again, but Yeah, people were like really glazing Crash for a minute, for a while there. They thought that like it was gonna be like this huge new thing that could like challenge Mario, and it just didn't happen. I don't know. People need to stop hyping up like every new 3D platformer as like the Mario killer, because I think that's the real problem with the genre is they don't really innovate or try anything different. Because one of the games I want to make, a Morris U64, like it's not gonna be a knockoff of Mario 64. Like, come the fuck on, bro. I'm not doing that shit. Yeah, I'm curious if like I how easy it would be to make an N64 game in this day and age. Crash is more like Bubsy with a budget, if you think about it. Oh man, really? Oh man, I feel for you, man. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, they put it on sale. I did notice that. Yeah, it was on sale right before they announced it. What fucking bastards? Did they add anything to the new one? Does anyone know? Yeah, what did they add to the definitive edition? Come to think of it, this is like the fifth re-release of Dragon Quest they've done. Like, what are they doing? They're gonna have the entire series out at this point. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 7, and 11. Like, what the hell is this? What are they doing? But yeah, 11's like it's probably the best RPG on Switch. I think it was my like number 5 favorite game on the console or something. It was fantastic. I definitely look back on it as like the goat. It's not my favorite Dragon Quest game. I think seven's better, but it's very very good. I hate how JA does the whole like you're like a little brother to me thing. Like I'm just like, come the fuck on, Jade. Way to ruin it. She's like best girl by far, and she like completely ruins it with that bullshit. So they added nothing to it. Like, what's the point? Like, never talk about. I know, right? I know. Like I don't like until like I started playing Dragon Quest. I kind of thought I was like kind of a plebby like RPG fan that I didn't really play most of them. But like at this stage, I feel like I've played more than most people, honestly. Because like most people don't really go much deeper than like Final Fantasy. You know what I mean? And like maybe they have one other franchise they're attached to, but like yeah, I'm going through Tales right now. I'm through a good chunk of them. I played most Final Fantasies and Dragon Quests, and I'm getting through Tales. I guess Trails is going to be next, which is like the most weebish fucking like RPG franchise imaginable. I'm surprised by like the sheer amount of people who like love Trails. Because it just feels like to me something that would be like super autistic and like impossible to follow. I mean, I've been keeping up with it. Like, I was able to follow along with what was happening in Trails of Cold Steel 3 pretty well. Shit. I play like an idiot. Yeah. Dragon Quest has always been better than Final Fantasy. Yeah. Like the issue with Americans is that we never got it. Um, like so yeah, when we got the first four, they were like late ports. So they seemed really outdated compared to what Final Fantasy was doing around the same time. So like it created the illusion that Final Fantasy was like way more cutting edge when like in fact like Dragon Warrior was like almost a decade old at that point. So Call of Duty. I thought about it. I decided no. I don't want to fucking like. Man, I can't imagine me playing COD. It's gonna be like an embarrassing thing. Like these guys will have like, they've spent like 25 years like doing nothing but playing COD. And like, if I went on there and like I beat them, I would just embarrass them. I don't know. It just feels wrong to me to do that. I don't know. Where's Titanfall? Like I actually really, really like Titanfall when I played it. Titanfall 2 online when I played it. Like it just feels like it just kind of vanished. Yeah. I've told this story before, but like I was playing Trails of Cold Steel 3 without playing the earlier ones, and I was getting really into it. And then at one point, this chick I've never seen before comes out of nowhere, and like she starts like groping this other chick, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like apparently that's her thing, is that she goes up to female characters and just grabs their boobs, and I'm just like, why is this a thing? This is like the most anime fucking. That was like way too anime for me. Is like kind of my mindset on it. I was like really put off by it. I'm not like easy to like discuss like that, but for me, I'm just like, this is like the most pandering bullshit like imaginable. I don't know. I don't like the way that like anime kind of treats like reality, where they do this thing where they're like, it doesn't make sense for the setting, but it's like it's something that like the audience would want to see happen, so it does. It's like I don't know. I just don't relate to that at all. I don't like that. Like again, that's one of the reasons I love Legend of the Galactic Hero so much, because it's so grounded in comparison. It doesn't really try to pander to the audience. Imagine Evangelion, but like both Rei and Asaka were fat. Like that's just never gonna happen, right? Nobody would give a shit about it if that happened, but like because Evangelion at its core is not a well written show. It's like it's some weird like Japanese just wank fest. Like, oh, I love Rei. Oh, it's so bad. Like I don't watch a lot of fan servicey shows, but when I do, it's just like it's just weird the shit that like happens sometimes. Like one time I started watching. I really wanted to do like a video review of this because I found it so ridiculous. Like this show called like Girlfriend Girlfriend, where this guy is in a relationship with this girl and they're like a happy couple together. But then another girl comes along and he just decides that he's just gonna date them both, and they just like go along with it. I'm just like, bro, like things that never fucking happen. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, just, this is like the least likely thing to happen I think I've ever seen in any show ever. It's like, it was ridiculous. I really wanted to see where it went there, just because like just how insane it was. But it's like it's just one of those things where like I couldn't bring myself to do it. Shinji being a freak gooner, like I don't understand how Eva ever got popular here. Like I don't know what like why people related to it so much, because I find it to be like it's so against like everything that I love about anime and what I value. It's like, oh yeah, things are hard, just give up, bro. Like that's the exact opposite I want. Like it's so interesting when you watch something like Mobile Fighter G Gundam and like you see Doman like go up against like way worse things than like Shinji ever had. Like the worst thing Shinji ever did was like his dad doesn't love him. Like that's it. Like Shinji's just a little bitch. And like you just have to get over it, bro. It's just like again, I feel like Eva, its popularity is driven entirely by women, I think, because they have this idea that like Shinji's how a boy should act, because like he's so feminine and like submissive. It's just like it's very similar to how they fuck with like they lean towards like young male characters that are like more like them. So like Shinji's more like a fucking like girl than a boy in my mind. It doesn't mean anything. Fuck! I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, they just made it up as they went along. Yeah. Oh wow, really? Yeah, I had no idea. Wow. Yeah, a lot of my favorite creators are like dying now. It's kind of sobering. Like Kazuo Omez died last year, like right when I was actually getting ready to announce like uh the cattle have fangs that it was like really heavily influenced by Orochi. Um and like yeah, he died like right when I was like doing that, and it was just so embarrassing. I'm just kind of like uh, man, I love that manga, and to see it like I don't know, man. I don't know if like you'll find a bigger fan of Orochi than me because I just love that bullshit. Yeah, yeah, I could totally see it. Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen Eva. I mean, like, I think one of the reasons Eva's not popular right now, they don't distribute like the original dub. They do the bullshit like Netflix version. I think he's in the tub with that guy. What's his name? Kaoru. And I think they legit do like no homo. And I'm just like, even Netflix thought this scene was too gay. I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah, but like, yeah. Whenever you see like a version of it online now on streaming, it's always the stupid like Netflix version. I don't understand why they don't just distribute it. It's just like I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand like the legal issues. Like, I guess it's like probably the most pirated anime ever, but like, I don't know. I imagine there's like a lot of good shit you just can't get here. But like I don't know, man. I don't know if you can like legally watch like the original Rurouni Kenshin or like wow. The original Rurouni Kenshin or like Adventure of Dai without like, hunting for it. State of Play? Yeah, probably. Yeah, 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 we're definitely reacting to that. Well, pride you see is the most deadly of the seven sins. It makes perfect sense when you take it into that when you think about it that way. I honestly think we're gonna keep playing this until we beat this. I'm so sick of this. Like man, like we've gotten filtered by like three fucking things: Goldeneye, this, and like freaking 1080. Like why? I've been playing these games for years. Why am I? Yeah, like I think I was gonna try to justify like not being good at Goldeneye because I didn't grow up with it, but like no, I've been playing the game since 2010. Blue-eyed redhead Osprey. Yeah, Japanese people love like half white babies. Like there's a reason you always see it like in Persona 5 and like and stuff like that. It's like they love the idea of it. Metroid 4s. Well, like I don't think they ever confirmed that like Prime 4 was developed by Namco. Uh, but yeah, they probably have a ton of behind the scenes problems there. I would not be surprised if they become the next Konami. Actually, they seem to be going in that direction because yeah, I don't know why are all these like Japanese companies having such leadership issues. And like, why is Nintendo different? Because like, I think I used to chalk up Nintendo's superiority due to them being Japanese, but like, the more I see like Namco and like Konami and Square Enix fuck up, it's like, no, it has to be more than that. So well, like, I don't think that was actually his fault, right? Because like, I think it's safe to assume that was the executive's fault, and that like there was just no like they just didn't want to make it because they just wanted to put everything into Tekken. I don't know. I'm very reluctant to see if Harada's the problem. I'm curious if like the SNK game he's working on is going to be good, but we will see. I don't know if he's done anything but Tekken, so I don't know. It was definitely a weird move to go to SNK. I wish he went for Nintendo and was just like, yeah, we're gonna produce a new fighting game IP exclusive to Nintendo hardware. That would have been like the best case scenario, but like I don't know. Going to SNK was I don't know, probably the second best option because like I think they need strong leadership right now. Um, but yeah, I'm worried like the reason he specifically went to SNK was specifically so he could like stay off of Nintendo hardware because I think SNK is like the only Japanese company that's still like refusing to support Nintendo. So like we haven't gotten like we still have not gotten like any of the new KOFs or anything, and they have not been doing well. So I was going to get them, but like if they're not going to release, like there's just nothing I can do. Nintendo, yeah, that's what I want to happen is Nintendo that buy the IP. Yeah, that's what I want is for Nintendo just to acquire the IP, but I don't know how likely that is, and I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think they really need it, honestly. Like I think they're happy with Arms, but shit. I mean, Soul Calibur 2 was actually the first game that they one of the first games that they put on the GameCube NSO. So I hope that leads like, to discussions of like producing a seventh exclusive Nintendo exclusive title, but I don't know. SNK is owned by Saudis. Yeah, I'm curious if the Saudi ownership is going to be a good thing or not. I mean, Nintendo like they own a good chunk of Nintendo too, so hopefully they can like counter BlackRock and things like that. But um, I don't know. We'll see. I don't actually know all that much about Saudi Arabia, so I mean, like I know it's a thing in like the WWE world to like hate on Saudi Arabia because I think they tried like I don't know hosting a major event there or something. I don't know what's going on. Owned by Muslims. Yeah, I mean, like I think the mindset is that like well like as long as they don't do what like eh, I just don't want wokesters like causing problems. Honestly, that's kind of my opinion. Is that like I don't think Muslims would be worse than like woke retards. It is just kind of my honest opinion. Yeah, Tekken's had like so many bad guest characters. Like I named like Clive and the Walking Dead guy, but like, yeah, was it Tekken who had the Ronaldo, or was that an SNK thing? I don't remember. But yeah, Tekken's had like bad guest characters. Like, they tried to get like 2B and Geralt in like Soul Calibur 6, and it's like it was crazy to me that like nobody gave a fuck about that. Really? Wow. Did they really do that? Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I heard so much shit like about from wrestling fans about how bad it's gotten. Um, I got really into it like earlier this year, but I just stopped watching because I didn't want to pay for Netflix. But Fatal Fury, okay. Is SNK doing better in like different regions? Because it's not really a thing here, but is it still a thing in Japan? I'm kind of confused about its current state because like it keeps getting new games, and yeah, I don't know who's playing them now. Like I know, like Geralt is like the worst thing to ever happen to anything ever. I just I don't know. I'm so sick of like people acting like it's like the games are good. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably have to just watch like I don't know old wrestling matches. I don't know. I'll probably do that. I don't know. I'd like to, but it's just like I don't know. It's so frustrating since I really like it, and uh, I got really into it, but it's like I don't know. It really genuinely feels like a waste of time to me. Where like I'm just doing so many other things that like I don't know. I just it was like the highlight of my week for a while there. And like I don't know, breaking records. Yeah, by like selling tickets at inflated prices. I've seen so many people talk about how they're like having all these problems. My favorite, I don't think I watch enough of it to have a favorite. Yeah, I never saw Cody Rhodes in anything ever, like while I was watching it. And then apparently he's like a huge Zelda fan, and I was just like, oh wow, really? Yeah, I'll be seeing him in the Street Fighter movie, so I might be a huge fan. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like calling myself a fan of anyone when like I don't know anything about these people or like I haven't been watching for years, and it's just like it just feels like you can't really get a feel for a wrestler based on like watching a handful of shows. Because like the CM Punk thing, it wasn't obvious to me that he was like a woke retard right away because it's just not what it just doesn't come up. But yeah, eventually you realize that, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm never gonna take this guy seriously again. Uh, yeah, yeah, I know he's Gal. Yeah, that's what I said. MK good? Uh, I have no hope for Mortal Kombat. I don't want to see Mortal Kombat. Honestly, I kind of consider it a dead IP. I think 11 is going to be where I draw the line, and I just don't buy new ones. But um, yeah, the worst thing about this is leaving. I'm just yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with what happened, but like, yeah, he like wanted to be a UFC fighter, but he like got into it too late or something and got wrecked. Because UFC versus wrestling, they're like two completely different things. I don't know. Did he want to like be seen as like a serious fighter? I don't know. I don't know what his mindset was on that. Yeah, that's frustrating that like at my age I can't get into fighting because I always wanted to do it, but like nope, didn't have an opportunity. Like nobody would train me. There was nowhere to go, uh, and I didn't have time anyway. It's frustrating. They do, yeah, yeah. Just the existence of Rusty Bucket Bay is depressing. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could get them all tonight, but I don't know. Yeah, Rusty Bucket Bay is just obnoxious because there's so many of these rooms where there's just nothing. I imagine at a certain point you'll like play the game enough where you have everything memorized, so you don't like waste your time on stuff like this. But like I'm not at that point yet, so I'd probably have to play through the game like several times to do it. I don't think I'll ever get to that level. Jiu-Jitsu. Like I just don't. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of happy with what I'm doing now, honestly. And it's just I feel like changes now are just gonna like take away from like what I'm doing. Like I don't know. It just feels like I don't know. How many more do we have? 37. Ah, what the fuck? That's why I hate Rusty Bucket Bay. Is that? Wait a minute. Is that Barry? I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Barry. Yeah, before she got that crazy redesign. Why did Barry grow up to be such a hoe? Yeah, like playing Conkers as an adult, like I don't understand why people like Barry's a hoe. Like that's very, very self-evident. Like I don't understand why like ugh. My favorite. I'd say probably DKC two. Probably. Maybe the original DKC. It's one of those two. Yeah, two of my favorite games of all time for sure. This might be third actually. I don't know. I don't know what else. Maybe DK64 would be third. I don't know. But yeah, I'm a big fan of like of quite a few of their games. Yeah, I said the same thing last night. Yeah. I don't know. 12 Tails, going by what I've seen of it, looks really cool. And it's just frustrating that they let themselves get bamboozled by like game journos who probably weren't going to play the game anyway. Yeah, it's weird that like Conker is very clearly influenced by South Park, and I feel like that's why it's just such a just awful game. Okay, it's not that bad, but like yeah, I don't care for Conker. Non Nintendo IP. Hmm. Yeah, I think probably this, but I can't think of anything else. Well, that's right. Yeah, so we actually have a I believe we have another Jiggy we have to get here too, on top of everything else. Yeah, we're still missing one. Yeah, we've been pretty much everywhere, so I can't imagine what it is. I didn't even think about that. God damn. Banjo-Tooie. Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah, I am not a fan of Tui. I've never finished it actually. It's not bad, but like it's really bloated, and I keep finding myself just getting lost and like having no idea what I'm doing. So I just tend to get really frustrated with it. Yeah, I tend to get to Pterodactyl Land and then stop. I don't think I've ever gotten past like the corporate level. Yeah, it's a great game, but it's just one of those things that just like there's just something about it that's just I don't know. I did the same thing with DK64 as a kid, where like I played through a good chunk of it, loved it, one of my all-time favorites, but I never actually finished it. And I guess that's kind of common because I struggle with finishing Diddy Kong Racing and Rogue Squadron and stuff like that too. Uh, And we're getting DK64 on NSO before Diddy Kong Racing. I did not see that coming. I honestly thought we would get Diddy Kong first. Yeah, I tend to think of Diddy Kong as I dislike calling it bad. It's definitely not as good as Mario Kart 64 though. It's kind of interesting like looking at it because I think on a surface level you could argue that like Diddy Kong has like a more interesting power up system and like it has like the world map and the bosses and like it has a story. I love how Crash Team Racing like ripped the story off. By the way, but yeah, like man, I had so much fun like screwing around like the island and like back in the day. It was a crazy game. It was mind blowing game. But yeah, like the track design just isn't that good. I was kind of surprised when I went back and played it again. And I just feel like it's weirdly underwhelming. And I grew up with that game too, so yeah, I actually think I preferred it to Mario Kart back in the day because of just how it looked better and like I think I like the themes more. Like I was kind of confused about like the theming in Mario Kart because like you get like Mario Raceway, but it doesn't have anything to do with Mario, and then you get Diddy Kong Racing, and you're like, oh yeah, you get all these different dinosaur stages and like a snow stage. It just felt like they had like better theming. And we have 70, but like, where are the rest? Did I never go in there? I don't think I did. Yeah, surely they're on the ship somewhere. Yeah, after we 100% this, I think we are gonna try to beat Dewey this time. Man, it's so weird to me how enemies stay dead. Yeah, I mean, hopefully that changes in the future. Like, I think we're in the early stages of that now. I mean, Switch 2 is already correcting that with like, games like Star Fox and like just what the hell? That fish immediately got me. I mean, that's actually why Rare is such like a great studio is that like it's not necessarily that they had the best like output because there are plenty of people who are doing like things better than them and like all these genres. Like I think the real thing is that like they were able to like do a good enough job in like a bunch of different genres. Like in like a relatively short time frame. So like they got like Killer Instinct off the ground. It was never like as big as Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, but the fact that they were able to do it and make it as good as it was and make it stick out, I think was really impressive. Not that I'm a fan of Killer Instinct, but like I actually kind of detest it. Man, I'd love to beat this and just not have to worry about it on this playthrough again. Like the last several times I've played this game, I've had to worry about this. This has been hanging over my head, and it just drives me insane. I love how I just suddenly stopped falling quickly because okay, nothing in here. All right. Yeah, like most of the game, I can just breeze through now, but like every time I do this, I just struggle. Like it's all just a struggle, man. Yeah, remember when people try to like gaslight you into thinking that Killer Instinct was good? If it was so good, why didn't we get a sequel? Like so many people try to tell you that like the Xbox Killer Instinct was legit, and they were doing this like for years, and yet like it just never really went anywhere. Do they still update it? Do they do anything with it? Like, cause I think it had like some like live service features. But yeah, everything Rare has done, like all the Rare IPs have just been outsourced, and it's like it's the most embarrassing thing ever. What the fuck? Like I don't understand why they outsource everything. It's just and why couldn't they outsource like Banjo 3? They couldn't even do that. Like I'm just very confused. And like they weren't even good releases. There's nothing up here. Yeah, four more. Okay, four more to go. We'll beat our record, but yeah, I think there's one up here, but yeah, I don't. Surely there's just some like thing we haven't gone into yet. There's okay. Toys for Bob. Toys for Bob sucks. I really hated that period where people acted like Toys for Bob was gonna put out these like amazing platformers for kids. They were never gonna do shit like ever. Like I never understood that mentality that they were gonna somehow save the genre. Yeah, they got acquired by Activision and then just went on COD duty. So man, I hate the whole concept of the best note score. I mean, there's all sorts of things they could do, but like they just did nothing. And I think the IP is just dead because of it. Like it's not just because of nuts and bolts. It's because of like everything else they did. They just completely blew it. And I wonder why they have such a hate boner for platformers. I don't think I've ever. I'm not a big fan of those. Oh shit! What the hell was that? It's probably in the water somewhere. I think there's something you can like get into from below, but I don't. I really don't like getting into the water here. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, I was asking for that one. I don't even think there's a ladder on this side. Yeah, you still lose breath while doing that. What sense does that make? I'm not even in the water. Like I don't understand why they're so strict about this. I could understand if it was like if it was worse when you were actually underwater, but like I'm not underwater, so fuck you. Yeah, I thought there was some like an anchor you could crawl up or something. If it's on this side. Yeah, I'm trying to think of things I would never ever do because like I can't I can't think of where the can you jump out of the water here? Okay. Okay. Yeah, the fans have been slowed. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was just like, wait. Oh, is it down there? Oh, is it Jinjo? All right. Yeah, I imagine the last. I imagine the last Jiggy is the Jinjo, but yeah, right now I'm more preoccupied with the and not a fan of like using gold feathers, but man, I really yeah, I love Jinjos. They're awesome. Yeah, I love like the Jinjonator and just like, oh man, that's just awesome. Yeah, Jinjos are one of my favorite like mascot characters ever. I just love them. What am I doing, Kay? Yeah, I wonder if like Rareware will ever go back to Nintendo where they belong. Ukulele? No, it's not good. Yeah, it's kind of crazy like how bad Yuka actually is. Like if you've never played it, don't. Yeah, is Mina the has Mina the Hollower failed? Yeah, because people were like trying to glaze Mina the Hollower, but like it really feels like the game underperformed. And like, when I played the demo, I was just like horrified with how bad it was. Like, it just feels like nobody cares about it at all. And I was just really surprised considering it came from like Yacht Club of all companies. Like, I really thought that like, I don't know, they took way too long to make a follow up. Like, they really should have done like their follow up to Shovel Knight like 5 years later. I don't know why they took like 12 years to put out a new game. It just uh wow, looks like we're gonna get all the Jinjos. At least we'll like clarify on whether or not like I'm trying to remember the last 3D Shovel Knight. Yeah, yeah, they're just not equipped to do anything like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's their problem is that like they specifically formed to make Shovel Knight and they can't really do anything different. This is the problem with like these indie games that like a lot of people haven't noticed is that like either they put out a sequel to a game that like is very similar to the first one, or they go in a radically different way direction and like people who like the first one don't care for it. And like that is a very difficult balance to strike. I mean, Nintendo struggled with this with like the sequels to Mario and Zelda, right? So like it's not something unique to indie devs, but they don't have the resources to like, keep trying until they get a hit, honestly. Like they tend to like just blow through all their money, take their fans for granted, and then just like they just in the end don't produce anything. So like yeah, I think Yacht Club like they were the indie darlings. They were like this hugely popular, successful like studio, and they just didn't maintain it. They just didn't keep they didn't stick with it. And I think the same thing's gonna happen to Team Cherry actually. Like honestly, I think it might be worse with Team Cherry, honestly. At least the Yacht Club like tried to do something new and different, but yeah, we have 14 more to go. I don't know where they could be. Yeah, I think they're probably on the ship. Honestly, I can't losing Yacht Club. Well, like we've never had Yacht Club to begin with. Like they donated to BLM. They made like the stupid like pronoun shit in Shovel Knight. Like fuck them. Like they've been shit for a long time. They were shit before most devs were shit. Honestly. So yeah, I've been anxious to see them fail for a long time, but yeah, it's weird. I love Shovel Knight when I first played it, but like I really feel as if people exaggerated how good it was and just really misrepresented like you know what it accomplished because it just wasn't that novel unique. You know what I mean? It was just I think it just came out like during peak NES nostalgia. Oh wow. And it just ripped off a ton of like NES games. I don't think it's really that noteworthy outside of that. I don't know. Maybe I'll like be surprised when I go back to it, but like I don't know. I might never go back to it. I still haven't done all the campaigns. Yeah, I mean they deserve everything bad that happens to them. Oh, here's some. Well, the thing about Yacht Club is that, like, they released their last game in 2014. That was before people knew about like wokeness or like the culture war or any of that. That was, it came out like I think the same month as Gamergate, actually. So yeah, it's one of those situations where they just they came out just before the storm, right? I didn't miss any in here, did I? Yeah, it was definitely the right call to get the ones in there first. I don't know why I've always gotten them last. I think because like I hate the idea of like I hated the idea of going back out. But oh, there's a Jinjo. Okay, hang on. Yeah, we might get the last Jiggy at least. Then I believe the last Jiggy. Yeah, we have all of them except the ones in TikTok, Click Clock Wood, and how the hell do you even get over there? Oh no, can you not get over there with the? Fuck. Hang on, is it doable? Can you really not get over there with the? Yeah, because like, yeah, normally you jump on the box, but like, can you not do it with at this height? Hang on. Oh, it's right there. Okay, hang on. I think we can do it. Okay, we got it. We got it. I was like, really? That's a kind of a big oversight. Gotta love the crazy. Yeah, they had like pretty strict fall damage in these games. Conquerors was like even worse. Yeah, this wouldn't be shit in like a modern game, and yet fuck. And these things blew my mind when I first started encountering them. Okay, so it was the Jinjos. Okay. Well, okay, when in doubt, it's always the Jinjo. I mean, we literally went everywhere else, but all right. So that's like what, 93 total? Yeah, I think we have 6 more in Click Clock Wood and one more in the lair, and I don't remember which one it is. So I might take a little bit of detective work to figure that out. But yeah, every single time I play this game, like the last Jiggy is always the one in Click Clock Wood where you get the bee and you fly up to like the flower. Like I don't know why, but like I've done that several times, and it's just really weird. This game feels a lot longer than it actually is. Like I can't believe I've only put 10 hours in this playthrough. Like every time I play, I mean, maybe I play it, I turn it off without saving it. Like I think that might be a thing. I want a mare. I have money. Okay. Yeah, I've been going everywhere trying to figure this out, but like I don't. Uh, yeah, it feels like I've been everywhere else. I've been everywhere. Yeah, I'm only missing 9. Um, yeah, I thought there was something under the ship, but I didn't see anything when I checked. Yeah, I don't see anything. I thought there was like an anchor you could like climb up or something. Yeah, I'm trying. We're trying to find the last 9 notes so we get 100% it. And I have no idea where they could possibly be. Oh, everybody I know hates me. Okay. Stop killing games. I don't play live service games, so it completely unaffects me. Okay, we got these guys. 5 more. Where could they possibly be? Yeah, I think they must be in like those cubbies. Man, imagine how pissed I would be if I died. Okay. Because like yeah, again, so like yeah, the notes don't save. So what ends up happening if you die in any of these levels is that your note count resets to 0 and you have to collect them all again. It's like it's so unbelievably tedious. It's so bad. It's like the worst thing ever. And it's like it's like the main reason I don't play this game more because like it really kills your replay. I mean, it's not too big of a deal if like you're in like the earlier stages. Honestly, it's only really a problem in this stage specifically, but it's honestly the only stage I've ever seen. The porthole rooms. Yeah, I think I was gonna go check there next. Uh, yeah, even people who have played this game before can't help me. They're just like, I don't know. I'm glad it's not me that has to do this. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. I hate Rusty Bucket Bay. I hate it. I'd say it has to be the worst level in the game. I can't think of anything else. Click Clock Wood's kind of boring because the gimmick doesn't really work. I mean, you kind of have to do the same thing in Click Clock Wood, but it's not nearly as bad because I think like all the notes are kind of they're kind of set apart like pretty naturally, so it's not like it's not a train wreck or anything. Okay. Ah, shit. The maps are too large. I think a lot of people get filtered by them, yeah, because they're pure collectathons, and I don't know. Some people just don't like the genre. I mean, honestly, like these are more about these games are more of a collectathon than Mario 64 is, because Mario 64 is more like a platformer where like you collect things to like just signify that you've like beaten the platforming. But here it really is more about like the focus on. Again, it's like it's very interesting because like superficially, I think a lot of people would think this was like the exact same thing as Mario 64, but they're not really the same at all. They're very different. This game's gonna be 30 years old in the next 2 years. Okay, it has to be in here. They have to be. It's on top of these boxes. 100 fucking %. Like there's nothing here. What? That's crazy. Yeah, it's gotta be in the ship then if it's not out here. Oh come on! Don't even joke about that. You're gonna give me a heart attack. Ooh. Yeah, there has to be something on this ship I'm just overlooking. Uh, you can't beat these things, can you? Yeah, I didn't think so. The hell is this? Wait, is this the world map? What the hell is this? Jack 1. Yeah, Jack 1's actually my favorite Naughty Dog game. Yeah. Yeah, I was really surprised with how good Jack 1 was when I played it. I got to the final boss and I'm just like, wait a minute, this is actually good? Of course, they had to fuck it all up with the sequel. You know what? Like, Jack 2 is like the original Last of Us 2 because it has a lot of the same like tropes because of like, I'm going to kill Praxis. It's like, it's just edgy bullshit on what was like a pretty straightforward platformer. I'm gonna kill Praxis. It's just like, man, I can't imagine being a fan of Jack 1 and like having to deal with that in the sequel. I just like even like as an adult, I was just like I was cringing. Yeah, it's weird how like it, it's a knockoff of like Banjo Kazooie, but like the character designs are ripped from Zelda, and like the idea of having a sidekick, it's like ripped from Zelda. It's weird. Ooh. Surely it can't be in there. Yeah, I never understood the whole like Crash ownership thing. So Universal created the character, but he became a PlayStation mascot, huh? I don't get it. Yeah, Jack was never as popular as Crash, now was he? Yeah, they never lost ownership of Crash, did they? I'm gonna get careless here soon. Oh, what could it possibly be? I don't get it. We've been here before, yeah. Yeah, it's gotta be like a room I'm missing, but I don't know where it could be. This is the last place I want to be. I don't see anything. Yeah, we went everywhere. I don't think it can be in here. The bunk bedroom? I mean, I've been in there a couple of times. Oh, I actually can't smash this. Oh, oh. is this one so small? I've never understood why that one's so tiny. Okay. Yeah, maybe the weird camera angles fuck me over. No, it looks like I got everything. Except that skull, which I'm not stupid enough to climb in there to get. How do you even get that? I think you get hurt like if you try. Okay, so the kitchen is clean. Ugh. Ooh. Okay, bunk bedroom. Oh no, this is the captain's chambers. Oh, golden. Oh, you can use the golden feather. Okay. Yeah, nobody cares about me. Okay. I don't want to go through that ever again. Yeah, I don't know where they could possibly be. Hello, anime girls. God damn. Surely they're not down here. Yeah, we got all the jiggies, so like now we just gotta focus on the last 5 notes. Like I'm pretty confident. Like I remember there being like some kind of anchor you could crawl up. I was looking at this and I'm just like, am I sure they don't? It doesn't come out with notes. No. Okay. Well, that was a waste. After looping, I don't know. I barely registered it. This is not an unusual occurrence for me. This is something I go through every single time I play this game. I don't remember the last time I struggled with it this much though. I mean, I don't think I've ever done this after so long of a hiatus, so that's probably why. Because I think on your first playthrough, you can just kind of like remember where all the notes are and kind of intuitively like figure it out. But I think I'm just missing one of the rooms. Anchor room. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so where is it though? Like, okay, so yeah, that's exactly what I thought, but I can't find it. Like, I thought it was back here, but like, well, that's the thing though, is that I don't see an anchor. Yeah, I've been looking for it. That was legit like what I thought, but I don't remember where it is. Yeah, I thought it was on the front side, but Abigail does not bother me. Inside the ship? I don't think so. No, I think the anchor is one of the first things I tend to do whenever I come here. So I don't think you have to hit anything. Well, I guess we'll try this. Hang on, I think uh, we'll try this. Yeah, I don't remember what the code does, so I guess we'll pop in the code and see if it does anything. Yeah, I think it just gives you a jiggy, but yeah, nothing. Okay, that was the right code, right? So, huh. There it is. I knew it was right here. You just yeah, it was just blending in because of the colors. Okay, shit. But there's no anchor. What? I knew exactly where it was. Wait, what? No, I'm missing one? Shit. Uh, okay. Okay, I'm out of ideas. Yeah, where could one be? That is very unusual, isn't it? Because they're usually all bunched together. Yeah, I knew it was right here. I was just going right around it. Wow. I love you. You found it. All right. Well, yeah, I found it, but we're right back to square one. Where the hell is the last one? Yeah, I think I've determined it. It can't be in here because okay, yeah, we've probably overlooked something. So it's probably been somewhere we've already been. Yeah, I'm really anxious to call it quits. Yeah, I don't see myself like missing one. Man, look at how we've cleared the entire area and how like everything is just enemy free. There's no obstacles. Like it's just everything's been collected. It's just empty now. Yeah, where the hell could it be? Oh, it might be back there. Hang on, because I don't think we walked past the. Oh shit! I got my hopes up. We're not even just looking for one anymore. It's like for like a bunch of them. It's just one stray one. I know, right? The bird. What bird? Yeah, like I keep wanting to think there's like one in like a dinghy or something. Holy fucking shit. It was in the corner? Wow. That was fucking insane. Bottles is like laughing at me. It's like, oh yeah. Squawks the parrot. Yeah. All right, I think that's it. Yeah, I am B. I do not want to keep playing. Okay, Gruntilda's Lair, Mumbo's Mountain, Treasure Trove. All right, I guess all we have to do is to 100% it is a Rusty Bucket Bay cleared. Yeah, Click Clock Wood is all that's left, and we have one more in the lair as well. It's probably the bitch switch. Did you want to see Hot Grundy? Wait, have I not actually beaten Gruntilda yet? Oh, I thought I had. Oh, I guess I must have done that in the Xbox version. So I haven't even beaten her yet? Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, because the cutscene doesn't play unless it did save, right? Yeah, that did save and quit. Okay. I never understood because like DK64 has a save button, but like it doesn't do anything because the game auto saves. Like I've never understood that. Yeah, 3.5 hours it took to do that bullshit. So I never actually beat it. Wow, that's crazy. How long has this been on NSO? It's been a couple of years. Well, like to be fair, I think I had just beaten it on Xbox when this came out, and I only really played it for the novelty. Because I immediately was just like, yeah, hot grunty. What the fuck? Oh no, he's a simp. Come back to Mumbo's skull. This game has such an excuse plot. It's so shameless about how basic it is. It's a shame Tootie never really. It's weird how they keep like they kept Mumbo and like Mum and Mumba and like characters like that, but like for some reason Tootie like only appears in the original in spite of like the game, the entire game being about trying to save her. But like anyway, yeah, I am